Perfect timing. Okay, Freilich and Chanukah, everyone, a guten Chodesh. Tonight's shir is being specially sponsored by Jay Siegel, and he's sponsoring the shir Le'ilui Nishmas Pesha Bas Shmuel. Her neshama should have an aliyah. She should be a Melitzas Yeshara for our family, for all of us and all of Klal Yisrael, and have a lichtige Gan Eden. We are co-sponsored by the Rezepkowitz family in honor of their parents, co-sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Eddie Chazan, for Shoshana Bas Penina, Simone Bas Rachel, for Klal Yisrael, and co-sponsored by Binyamin Rivlin, Lili Nishmas Yitzchak ben Avram Yehuda Levi, co-sponsored by Shelley Zeitlin, for the Hatzlacha of his children, Eli, Orit, and Ora. We are sponsored by Berich Goldwasser for our Korsat Tov to the Shir and Lefu Shalema, my continued Gesund, my Shemaya ben Esther Fradel. We're sponsored by Shalom Fogel, Leil Nishmas Yaakov Zev ben Yehuda Aryeh, Rivka bas Yaakov Yosef, Tivya Miriam bas Gad, Yosef ben Tzim ben Yaakov Zev, and we want to thank all of you for joining us. Chanukah, it is never easy to come and join us, and we are joined by Mo Kushner, even though he has a party in his building, Jack Warman, Jay Siegel, Eddie Chazan, Ruvain Pollack, and that is Mark Frankel heading back. Mark Frankel was by our Siyum. He's heading back. Stephen Holtzman, Shalom Fogel, Yitzi Fuchs, Shimon Klein, Saba, Yitzi Muller, Rabbi Kranz, Mel Zachter, Shelley Zeitlin, Nachman Chapler, Yisrael Fisher doing tshuva in Brooklyn, Mark Frankel, that was Shimon Deer, excuse me, it was also by the Siyum, Ilya Shutman, David Helfgan, and Kol Lashon here in the Shul, Berish Gessemin, Gdal Yangel, Avram Rezepkowitz, Yeshua Yamansky, Michal Avram, Chaim Shlomo Yehuda, Ruvain Shannon and Jack Silverman and Irving Fishbaum joining us for the Siyum, as we have a minion here in the shul this evening, and Cain Yirbu. We are holding tonight, Rabbi Say, as we join now with Yeshua Shmuel Eisenberg from Florida. Tonight we have a daf that's a little challenging. Which is a good thing, because the Olam wants a little extra schusim for Chanukah. So we are holding by Gufa, which is 10 lines from the bottom of Daf Yud Beis Amid Beis. Gufa, 10 lines from the bottom of Daf Yud Beis Amid Beis. Gufa, Amar Shmuel, Ein ma'abrines hashana b'yom shloishim shel Adar. We don't declare leap year on the 30th day of Adar, since already the 30th day of Adar is a potential to declare Rosh Chodesh Nisan, so we don't declare a leap year, another Sheni, on a day that could already be Chodesh Nisan. So ask the Gemara, but let's say you disobeyed that rule. Ibru amai. What about if you did declare a leap year on the 30th day? So then don't declare the 30th day Rosh Chodesh Adar Beis. Wait till the 31st day. So then it wouldn't have been Rosh Chodesh because you didn't declare it Rosh Chodesh. Kitchumai. What if you didn't obey that either? And you made on that 30th day, you made it Adar Beis. So Amar Rava says, so then that batal ibur, that negates the intercalation. Then we say that the leap year is unsuccessful. Rav Nachman Amar Ma'uber or Mekudesh. No, it becomes Adar Beis and it is a successful leap year. Amalei Rav Nachman. So Rava says to Rav Nachman, do you realize that if you declare on the day that's supposed to be Rosh Chodesh Nisan, that you declare it Adar Sheni, do you realize what a stumbling block you're making? Michte. Mipuria lepischa tlasin yaimen. From Purim to Pesach is 30 days. That's why Rav Mintz, when he starts his famous Purim Suda, the first thing he does is he takes a Mishnah Berurah, opens it up, and wherever it falls, he learns a piece of halacha of Pesach. Because it says, Shalom Dosh Milchus Pesach, Kodim HaPesach Lamed Yom, and before Pesach Lamed Yom is Purim. So, Mepurya Lepischa Tlas in Yomin, Hava, Mepurya, and already on Purim, Darshina Milchus Pesach. We darshin Milchus Pesach. The Tanya Shalom Milchus for Pesach. We inquire and darshin Pesach, Kodim LePesach, Shloshim Yom. Reb Shimon Gamliel Mishtei Shabbos. 2 weeks before. Bottom line is already on Purim, we're already talking about Pesach. V'chi mati reish yarcha, if when the day that would potentially be Reish Chodesh Nisan, marchekin lei, you're going to say, no, it's a leap year, and Pesach is now not for another 30 days, because we already started darshaning on Purim about Pesach, they might come to make Pesach the first Pesach after in 2 weeks, and when the real Pesach comes around, they're going to eat chametz. Amalei, so the Gemara says, no, people are aware that things can change, things are in flux, and things can change the last minute. Made the idea, the Shata Mabarta, that a leap year, b'chushban Natalia Milsa. It is a lot of calculations, a lot of astronomical calculations. Imre, and people will just say, look, chushbanahu d'lo yisaluk l'rabbanan ad ashta. They didn't figure out the cheshbon until now. So people are ready for a late change.
Yeah, right. It says that they're going to be mezalzel in Pesach.
Right.
Aren't they just making a mistake? Why is that called being mezalzel? Mezalzel means you know about it and you're treating it lightly. Sounds like they're just making a mistake. They didn't hear about it.
It just means that it'll turn out retroactively that they're mizalzel b'Pesach.
I'm sorry, Rabbi, does this mean that they would have celebrated Purim in the first honor and then they would celebrate it again?
That's correct. That is a Mishnah in Masechtas Megillah. Ein bein Adar Rishon l'Adar Sheni. They have 2 Purims. That's where Purim cotton comes from. On a leap year, we celebrate Purim cotton.
But they didn't know it was a leap year.
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay, thank you.
We have Purim cotton now because we have the fixed calendar of Hillel HaNasi. There will be times that they will already have said the Megillah and then they say the Megillah again. Because if they declare it a leap year after Tesvav, so after Yudalit, so then they'll do Megillah twice. We'll have the pleasure of hearing Gedalia twice. This year I remember what you said last year. I'm holding you to it. I got the concrete boots out. Says the Gemara, now, let me give you a little bit of a hakdama over here. The pasuk says by Sukkos, Chag ha'osif tekufas Hashanah. The festival of ingathering should be at the tkufa of the Shana, meaning it should be by the autumnal equinox. The autumnal equinox is when autumn starts and the summer solstice, the summer tkufa ends. Now, the Gemara at this point learns that Chag HaOsif means Chalamoid, because you could only gather crops on Chalamoid. You can't gather crops on Yom Tov. Now, there is a question of whether you need the whole Chalamoid to be in the Tkufa, or it's enough to have 1 day of Chalamoid in the Tkufa. So, according to their calculations, the equinox will start after the 21st of Tishrei, which is the last day of Chalamoid, then they're going to have to declare a leap year in order to push up Sukkot in order that it will fall out in the autumnal equinox. So, as we welcome in Marshall Castle, who is joining us for this, as I said, pretty challenging Gemara. So says the Gemara, Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Shmuel, Ein ma'abrin es hashana. We don't declare a leap year. Eli im kein hoiset tkufa chaseira ruba shel chodesh. Unless the autumn tekufa is lacking the majority of the month. That means that the summer encroaches into the majority of Tishrei. The kama ruba shel chodesh. What's the majority of the month? Shisha Asar Yom, 16 days till the 16th of Tishrei. That means that the summer tkufa extends to the 16th, and the new autumnal tkufa doesn't start until the 17th. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. Now Rabbi Yehuda holds that Chag Asaf Tkufas Hashana means you need the whole Chalamayit. And then you won't have the whole Chalamayit because the summer encroaches into the 16th. That's the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yaisi says no. Echad ve'esrim yom, 21 days. He holds that if it encroaches through the 21 days, the summer season encroaches through 21 days, so that means that the Kufa won't start until the 22nd day, so you won't have any of Chalamayit. This Chalamayit is over on the 21st day, so then you don't have Chag Asaf Tkufas Hashana. Ushnei Mikra Echadorshu, they both expound the same pasuk. Ushnei Mikra Echadorshu, Chag Asaf Tkufas Hashana, the festival of gathering, Tkufas Hashana, during the autumnal equinox. Mar Savar Kulei Chag Bo'inon B'Tkufa Chadasha. One holds that you need to have the whole festival in the new season, in the autumn. Therefore, if the summer encroaches even into the 16th, the first day of Chalamayid, it's no good. So then you have to declare a leap year to push it up. It's enough unless it encroaches 21 days. It's 21 days, you don't have any part of Chalamayid. As long as you have part of Chalamayid, B'Tkufa Chadasha, that's enough. Now, here's an interesting question. The first day of the autumnal equinox, does that count as the last day of summer? Or does that count as the first day of autumn? So the Gemara says, "My kasavre." What do they hold? I kasaver yom tkufa gaimer. If they hold that the first day of the equinox is still part of the summer season, so then belav hachinami loy. Belav hachinami. It wouldn't be true 16 and 21. Even if the summer encroaches to the 15th, and the 16th is the first day of autumn, that's also no good. If you hold that the first day of the equinox is still summer, is still the end of the tkufa, so then you don't have the whole Yom Tov. Again, then it wouldn't be 21, even if the summer encroaches into day 20. And 21 is the first day of the autumn. If the first day of the autumn still belongs to the summer, so it's no good. Ela Kasavri, it must be that they hold Yom Tekufa, that the first day of the equinox, Maschil, Yom Tekufa Maschil, the first day of the day of the equinox is the first day of autumn. And therefore, if the summer encroaches only into the 16th, but if the summer encroaches into the 15th, and the 16th is the first day, that's okay, because the first day is the beginning of autumn. Meisvei. Now the Gemara is going to have a problem with Rabbi Yehuda's Shita. Because we said that Rabbi Yehuda holds 16. 16, but 15 would be okay. So that's a raya that he holds that the Yom Atkufa is the beginning of the new season. But Meisvei Yom Tekufa Gomer. Yom Tekufa is the end of the summer, Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, which is different than what we said of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yossi Yom Tekufa Maschel. So that's a stira Rabbi Yehuda on Rabbi Yehuda. For Eid, we're going to have another stira on Rabbi Yehuda. This is really, really big contradictions, which the Gemara will not be able to unravel. The Gemara will just say it's a problem. For Eid, furthermore, some Gazan, the Eid, Tanya, we learned in a Brisa, Eima Abrin Es Hashana, we don't declare a leap year, unless the summer encroaches into the majority of the month of Tishrei. The Kama Ruba Shel Chaydish, what's the majority? Shisha Asar Yom, 16 days. He obviously holds that Chag Asaf means that you need the whole Yom Tov. So if it encroaches into the 16th day, so you don't have the whole Yom Tov, the whole Chalamayit. Rabbi Yehuda, and here it's a big stira, because we said Rabbi Yehuda said 16. Here Rabbi Yehuda says Shtei Yodais B'Chaydish, 2/3 of the month. V'kama Shtei Yodais B'Chaydish, Chaf Yain, 20 days. And by the way, he would hold 20 days. The idea of 20 days would be that he holds you need the whole Chalamayit, and he holds that the Yom Tekufa is part of the summer. So therefore, if it encroaches in the 20th day and the 21st day is still the summer, because Yom Tekufa Gomer, the first day belongs to the summer, so then you don't have any of Chalamayid in the Chag HaAsaf. Rabbi Yossi says, Mechashvin, we calculate. Shisha also lifnei Pesach, if the winter season will encroach into the 16th of Nisan, so that would mean that none of Chalamoid will belong, none of Chalamoid Sukkos will belong to the autumn. That's the way it works out. It works out that if the winter goes to the 16th of Nisan, then none of Chalamoid will belong, none of Chalamoid Sukkos will belong to the autumn. So then Ma'abrin. But Shisha Asa Lefnei HaChag, but if it just encroaches till the 16th, Ein Ma'abrin. Why? Because he holds it's enough part of the Chalamoid. The Gemara is going to ask, so then it should be okay if it's the 17th and the 18th and the 19th as well. Reb Shimon Aimer, Av Shisha Asa Lefnei HaChag Ma'abrin. Even if it's the summer encroaches to the 16th of the Chag, we would be Ma'aber, we would make it, because he holds you need to have the whole Yom Tov in the Chag HaAsaf. Acherim Aimrim Mi'utai. Others say, even if it's the minority of the month, we declare it a leap year. V'kama mi'utai, what's the minority of the month? Arba Asar Yom. So here again, and we're going to spend most of the night explaining this brisa, but before we do, it's clear we have a stira, because Rabbi Yehuda says earlier that we declare a leap year if it's the 16th. And here he says we only declare a leap year if it's 2/3, if it's the 20th. So the Gemara says, kasha. That's a stira, that's a difficulty. Now, we're going to start taking apart everything that we learned over here. And if, by the way, I just want you to give you a reality check that if you're finding this Gemara hard, then you're of the human race. You are a member of the human race.
Does that include me or not?
No, of course not.
Ooh,
Now.
fair.
Now.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify it.
No, definitely not. We know that certain company is excluded. We all know that.
Okay.
You got them?
Yeah, now in the list.
Wow, I'm so happy you got them. Wow.
Thank you.
So happy you got them. I never thought you would get it before the Gayish New Year. Wow, that's great.
Concerned about before the next Rosh Hashanah, but
Yeah.
it worked out okay.
Okay, good. They're nice, no?
Yes, they are.
They're nice.
This is the
Yeah.
second edition?
This actually is the 7th edition.
Oh, wow.
Of power benching, more than 12,000 power benches were printed already.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Seventh
Yeah.
impression, May
Seven-
of 24.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I keep on wanting to do, the enlarged power benching with Yalav Yava and Alanisim and everything. Shelley, I'm telling you,
And the Sheva Brachas.
I'm slacking off, Shelley. What could
Well,
you
we're
do?
doing the Yalav and Al Nisim tonight, so that's okay.
Yeah,
Well, we don't have the hook for it, though.
yeah.
I'll wing it.
All right.
With the chicken wings.
Now, Baruch Hashem, we have our comic relief here. Now, Barry, your record is holding strong. I'm telling you, Barry, unbelievable, unbelievable. And Barry, I'm sure it's not easy. Sure, it's not easy.
It's not easy, Rabbi Weiss, but I'm trying to hold fast on it.
You know something? In that schus, you should have a refuah shalema.
Amen. Amen.
Now,
Amen.
Amar, Rabbi Yehuda Aimer shtei yadais b'chaydesh esrim yain. Rabbi Yehuda says 2/3 of the month, that's 20 days. Rabbi Yossi Aimer mechashvin shisha asur yaim lifnei HaPesach. If it's 16 days before Pesach, that means winter encroaches into the 16th of Nisan, ma'abrin. So now, if that's the case, Hainu Rabbi Yehuda, then it's the same as Rabbi Yehuda, because Rabbi Yehuda says 2/3 of the month. So the Gemara says, Yom Tkufa Gaimer, the Yom Tkufa Maschil Ike Beinayu. The difference is whether the first day of the autumnal equinox counts as the first day of autumn or not. The one that says 20 days holds that if the summer encroaches to the 20th day, then you don't have any part of Chalamoid, because even though the 21st day is the autumnal equinox, that still belongs to the summer. So then none of Chalamoid would belong to the tkufa of the autumn, and you wouldn't fulfill the pasuk of Chag Osif Tkufas Hashana. The other Mandiyama holds that it's only if it falls out if it encroaches to the 21st day. But if it encroaches to the 20th day, then it would be good. You didn't have to declare a leap year, because then the 21st day would be the autumnal equinox, and the autumnal equinox is the beginning of the Tkufa, so then the last day of Chalamoid would be in the new Tkufa. Amamar, Shisha also lifnei achag, if it's 16 days before the Chag, summer encroaches 16 days before the Chag, ein ma'abrin. Why? Because he holds that you don't need the whole Chalamoid, you only need part of Chalamoid. So then why only 16? Even 17, even 18, even 19, even 20. But if it would be 17 or 18, you would declare a leap year. Why? He only holds you need part of Chalamoid. In only 16 days before Pesach, because then it would take up the whole Chalamoid, but not less. So even if you have part of Chalamoid, it's good. So then why only 16, 17, and 18, and 19 too? Says the Gemara, you're right. Loy, I divide the ein ma'abrin. If it would be the 17th, if it would be the 18th, if it would be the 19th, we wouldn't declare a leap year. But I need the ton of ratios of Shisha Asal Lefnei Pesach, since it says 16 days before Pesach. So ton of Nami Shisha Asal Lefnei Chag, but it's not just Dafka 16, 17, 18, and 19 as well. Reb Shimon Omer, Af Shisha Asal Lefnei Chag, even if it's 16 days before the Chag, Ma'abrin. Why? Because even if it's 16 days before the summer encroaches into the 16th, you don't have the whole you don't have the whole Yom Tov, and he holds that you need to have the whole Chag HaOsif, the whole Chalamoid. So the Gemara says, Hainu Tanakama, who also says that. Says the Gemara, Ike beinayu yom tkufa maschel v'yom tkufa gomer v'loy misayme. We're not sure which one holds which. In other words, the question is, what happens if the summer encroaches 15 days into Yom Tov? So there, the 16th day is the autumnal equinox. If the 16th day is the beginning of the autumn, so then you have the whole Cholamoid in the autumn, and then it's good. If the 16th day is, if the beginning of the autumnal equinox belongs to the summer, so then the 16th day is not in the autumn, then you don't have the whole Cholamoid, and then you would have to declare a leap year. We don't know which one holds which. Acherim oimrim, others say, and hold on, Rabbi, say we're almost there, we're almost to the finished land. The end of the daf is much, much easier. Actually, this daf is a bit of an anomaly. A lot of this Masechta is much easier. Others say, miutai, that even if the minority of the summer encroaches into Tishrei, we will make a leap year. Vikama miutai, what's the minority? Arba asayim. So the Gemara says, I don't understand. My kasavre, ikasavre yom tkufa gaimer. If he holds that the day of the tkufa completes it, v'kulei chagba, and you need the whole chalamayid, ha'ika. Because the first day is the 15th. 15th is Yom Tov. So then the 16th, which is the chalamayid, is already autumn. Says the Gemara, Amar Rav Shmuel bar Yitzchak, acherim b'tkufas nisan kaimei. When they say that if it encroaches into the miyat of the month, it's talking about Nisan. And that means that if the 14th of Nisan is still in the winter, the 14th of Nisan is still the winter and is not the spring, they declare a leap year. Why? Dichsiv shmor es chodesh ha'aviv. Guard the month of spring. And chodesh means when the moon is renewing itself. And it renews itself till the 14th. So that means that at least the 14th should already be spring. Shmor aviv shel tekufa, guard that the spring equinox sheyehei b'chodesh Nisan should be when the month is still renewing itself. So the Gemara says, so therefore, if the 14th is still the winter, so it's no good. So the Gemara says, but then you don't have to declare a leap year. All you have to do is make the month of Adar a month that's Malay. Instead of 29 days, make it 30 days. So then it'll push it up one day. Says the Gemara, what's the problem? V'la abre la Adar. So make just the month extra. Says the Gemara, you're right. Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov tonim milmala lamata kachoshev. It's going from above to below. That if the winter encroaches, day 29 of Nisan, day 28, 20 Nisan, day 27, day 26, day 25, all the way till 14, not including 14. Because if it's 14, you could just make an extra day in order. V'hachi kama ad mi'utay ma'abrim. Until 14. V'kama mi'utay abba asayayim. Until 14, but not including 14. Ravina Amar la'olam acherim b'tishrei kai. Really, they're talking about, when they say 14, they're talking about Tishrei. But he holds that when it says in the pasuk Chag ha'osif b'tkufas hashana, it means the whole Yom Tov of Sukkot, even the first day, not just Chol Hamoed, even the first day, because it's the Chag that honors the Asifa, that celebrates the Asifa. Says the Gemara, let's see it inside. Says the Gemara, Ravina Mala'ilam Acherim B'Tishrei Kaimei. And it says that if the summer is in the Miyuta, in the 14th, they make a leap year. And if it's going to be the 14th, then the equinox will be the 15th. And he holds that the equinox is the last day of the summer. So then you don't have the whole Yom Tov in the autumn. Because Savrei Acherim Kulei Chag Bo'inan, you need the whole Yom Tov, Yom Tov Rishon. Says the Gemara, Yom Tov Rishon Chag HaOsav Ksiv. It's called, it says when you gather, you're not allowed to gather on Yom Tov. Says no, it means Chag HaBo B'zman HaSifa. The festival that comes during the time of ingathering. But it means the whole festival, even the first day of the festival. By the way, Rabbi said we could pat ourselves on the back, because this was a very hard piece of Gemara. Very, very hard piece of Gemara. Berish, could you see if there's something cold in the refrigerator? Maybe seltzer, maybe...
Water also when it's cold.
Huh?
There's also cold water.
Seltzer's fine. Now, Smicha Zakena. Now, if you remember, we learned that Smicha Zakena means that when the tzibur, when Bezdin paskened a erroneous psak, allowing the tzibur to do something that was really an Issachorus, like they said that if a certain fat is permitted fat, and it turned out that it was forbidden fat, and the majority of Klal Yisrael did an Issachorus, so they have to bring a par helam davar shel tzibur, and the zakenim have to do smicha. They have to lean their hands on the animal. So says the Gemara, Tan Rabbanan, v'samchu ziknei. They do, thank you, they do smicha. V'samchu ziknei. Yachel ziknei ashuk. I might think any elderly person, even an elderly person from the market. Talmud Eda of the assemblage. E Eda Yachel Kitane Eda. I might think even from a small circuit Bezdin of 23. Talmud Ho Eda, the assemblage. Mi Yochadim Shebeda, the Sanhedrin of 71. Now v'kamahein, how many members of the Sanhedrin? So v'samchu is shnayim, samchu is 2, ziknei shnayim, that's another 2, that's 4. The ain bezdin shakel, you can't have a court that's deadlocked. Moisifan alei and oid echad, we add another 1. Harikan chamisha, that's 5. Divrei Rabbi Yehuda, that's Ipini Rabbi Yehuda. Reb Shimon Aimer ziknei shnayim, ziknei is 2. The ain bezdin shakel, you can't have an equal bezdin. Moisifan alei and oid echad, harikan shloisha. What does Reb Shimon do with the samchu? Reb Shimon Aksiv is samchu. He says the samchu is not extra because we need it to teach you that they lean their hands on the carbon. Rabbi Yehuda, who learns out 2 from Samchu, legufei lo tzarich. You don't need legufei to tell you that they lean their hands on it. The imkain the loy asi v'samchu lidrasha, because if a samchu isn't coming to tell me 2 more dayanim, lichtav ziknei ha'eda yedayem al rosh hapar. It doesn't have to say v'samchu. It just says ziknei ha'eda, their hands on the head of the par. What does it have to say v'samchu for? Reb Shimon iksiv hachi. If it just said yedayem al rosh hapar, I might think havamina my al b'samach. A lot of times al means nearby. We wouldn't know it means on top of it. Rabbi Yehuda, Gama Rosh Me'ayla. He learns like Gzera Shava Rosh Me'ayla, just like over there it's on the head of the Ayla. Here too it's on the head. Rabbi Shimon, like Gama Rosh Me'ayla. Now, Tana, we learned in the Braisa, Tana, Smicha, Smicha Zekanim Begimel. So we know that Smicha Zekanim means by the parallel Davishal Tzibur. What does Smicha mean? My Smicha or my Smicha Zekanim. Rabbi Yochanan, Smicha means to give Smicha. That's what I thought it meant in the Mishnah originally. Smicha means to give Smicha. They used to, the Nasi used to give Smicha to officially appoint a Rav that could paskin on knosais, on penalties. Rabbi Yochanan mismach savek, to give smicha to the elderly. Amalei Abayil Rav Yosef mismach sabe b'shloisha minalan. Where do we know that to give such a smicha, a rabbinical ordination, you need 3? That Moshe Rabbeinu gave smicha to Yeshua, it should be enough 1. If we say Moshe represents the 71, then we should need 71. We should need 71. Says Gemara kasha. That is a kasha.
Where's not Meduic in the way it brings up the question? It says why? So how do you know you need 3? If it's because by it doesn't say 3 there, so that's not what the Gemara really seems.
No, it's one long question. It's one long drawn out question. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a run-on sentence. Okay, Rabbi said we're going to stop over here. What a great job we did tonight. We did already the Mishnah Yomis earlier, as we had a really long evening tonight. Yeah, we have more than a minyan. Oh no, we just have a minyan. Right? Yes. Reb Chanani ben Akash Amar Ratza Kadosh Baruch Hu Zakis Yisrael Lefik Chir B'Lem Torah Mitzvah Shneim Arinay Chafetz L'man Tzidka Yagdil Torah V'Yadeh. Amen.